Hello and welcome back to a new episode of Can We Lose This Civil War? And today we are facing off the Battle of Shiloh. And if everything goes right, this one is going to be the great finale of this small series. Now I'm going to spend a little while to reorganize our forces, and I will see you once this is done. I have increased our numbers and also introduced a cavalry unit to both of our corps, who are hopefully able to harass enemy artillery, to scout ahead, or to chase down fleeing enemy units, or maybe to patch up holes in our defenses. In preparation to the battle, we can see that we only can field 22 out of the 40 brigades that we could theoretically bring into the battle, and also that we are massively outnumbered. The enemy has over 8,000 soldiers more than us, and also over 70 guns more. We've transported our forces over the Tennessee rivers up here to Pittsburgh Landing, and we are preparing to march down into the south. Our camps are spread out to warn for enemy attacks. Our camps stretch from the Shiloh Church in the west until the west bank of the Tennessee River. General Buell is expected to arrive tomorrow, then we will go into the offensive. General, our vanguard has spotted enemy movement a few miles south from here. It could be a diversion attack, maybe the rebels plan to attack another point. Nonetheless, we have to prepare our defense and protect our flank at Shiloh Church. It would be wise to send some skirmishers out to have an eye on the enemy. Mobilize your men and stay prudent. Reinforcements will arrive as needed. And now, with my orders given and everything set up to ensure the most amount of carnage, the battle can begin. Our skirmishers are rushing ahead and try to get as much intel on the enemy and also to delay them as they advance. Baldwin's skirmishers have reached their position, the same as Wagner's. Over here, Hedge and Schaefer are rushing down further south, whilst Franklin is trying to ambush enemies over here. Baldwin and Wagner are trying to hold their initial campsites, while Hedge and Schaefer are guarding the crossing of the river, and Franklin is going to guard this exposed flank of us. All of them are getting the order to halt, and there are the first engagements. Unfortunately, I didn't really look out for Schaefer, otherwise he wouldn't have already routed. Hedge on the other side is already back and showing Schaefer that they cannot simply push us over. Franklin, I want you to go back there. You need to hunt down Avery, and Schaefer, it would be great if you could get back to your senses. Wonderful. Please harass the cavalry. Down here further forces are arriving. Soon Hedge needs to withdraw, but maybe Franklin and Schaefer can get some flanking hits on Schaefer. Come on, man, move up, a good volley, and we can all go home. And with this, enemy artillery is coming up. I'm going to give this a few more seconds before I order Hedge to withdraw, but right now we are holding off the enemy advance quite nicely. And now enemy artillery is getting in position. I'm ordering Hedge to withdraw. And General Johnston was seen with his forces. The enemy is really trying an all-out assault on us. Johnston is exhausting his men to try and reach Franklin. Otherwise, not much is happening right now. I decide to move Hedge and Schaefer backwards, as well as Franklin. Schaefer got hit, and I hope he is running. Oh yeah, enemy artillery is now opening up on our positions. On the right side, enemy forces haven't reached Baldwin's and Wagner's skirmish line yet. With their new positions reached, I order all of these skirmishers to hold position. We do not want to make it easy on the Confederates. Franklin so far hasn't suffered a single casualty, but already caused 20 rebels to kick the bucket. Fortunately, Schaefer's and Hedge's statistics aren't looking as great. In general, the Confederates are advancing with much caution, and right now they seem to stop completely. Lindsay's cavalry is pushing forward, trying to find out where we are. Well, he is going to find out very quickly. But it looks like the enemy attack has come to a standstill for now. Only the cavalry seems willing to actually engage us. Schaefer, please assist Hedge. And Hedge, move back to your own position. Avery flanked us, but he hasn't seen Franklin's skirmishers, and as Franklin is guarding our flank, Avery's cavalry cannot advance through. Now, Cleburne is marching up on Franklin's side, but this shouldn't be much of a problem. And Hedge, why aren't you shooting? Oh, I didn't notice that Hedge rear was exposed. I was absolutely sure that I had him facing the enemy. Mistakes happen. Reinforcements are coming in and they are going to bolster up our ranks. Now the enemy is trying to advance, feeling stronger than ever. And Franklin's skirmishers need to withdraw soon. I wanted him to attack Avery, but unfortunately Cleburne is already enraged. Man, you're almost out of it now. You can fall back further. It is not worth getting flanked by over 2,000 men. Hedge, please assist them. Franklin, shoot back please. And Schaefer, please also help on this flank. Baldwin, you can reattach. The same goes for Wagner's men. And our artillery is also starting to rain down fire on the enemy. Over here, Heinzelmann, our commanding general of the 2nd Corps, has arrived. He's going to support our right flank. Schaefer, fall back. In fact, you can reattach. The same goes for Franklin. Run, man, run. Your job is done. Baldwin and Wagner are locked into a firefight with Russell. They need to delay the enemy until our reinforcements have arrived. Over on this side, Avery is finding out that attacking 800 men head-on is a really bad idea. But now I'm also going to move him a little bit further to our main line, so that Cleburne can't just rush through. And again, hold your position. Reinforcements are arriving, so are my enemies. Only Pratt has stayed behind. I was sure that I ordered him forward, but some people just need an extra invitation. Baldwin's skirmishers have taken cover in the woods, but I want him to assist his main force. Franklin, get ready to get Avery out of this fight. Once and for all, please. This was not the best volley. And also your skirmishers are back under control now. They need to reattach so that you can move forward. Our new forces have arrived. They are also giving the order to hold. Right now, it looks like we can hold this position fairly easily. One Confederate charge is starting, but Stewart should be swept away easily by Schaefer, Franklin, and also 12 6-pounder cannons. And Pratt, who is hopefully now arriving when I tell him to double time it already. Come on, Pratt, you are needed. Cleburne is now starting his attack. Right in time for Pratt to finally show that he is also willing to fight. Hold your ground, man, and let these waves crush her. Baldwin was cut in a melee. I gave the retreat order, but this was unfortunately a little too late. Wagner is now in perfect flanking position on Russell. This should hopefully give us some time. And Heinzelmann soon needs to withdraw, but right now he can still inspire Wagner a little bit to hold out. Schaefer is back and marching down again. Over here Franklin and Pratt are taking casualties but holding back the enemy. Our 6-pounders are shooting on big chunks of enemy in the water, and Wagner is also very well entrenched, but fighting a more or less losing battle. And with this last volley I order Wagner to run back across the river to make sure that he doesn't get outflanked and isolated from our main force. Einzelmander also needs to move back. We do not want to lose the corps commander. Major General Force was wounded, our, I believe, first officer casualty of this battle. Baldwin run. Wagner is raining down hell on Russell, his chosen enemy for this fight, and Baldwin also got the order to hold his position. Over on this side, Cleburne is in a world of hurt, but he's also putting a hard on Pratt. Franklin on the other side is looking very, very healthy still. Schaefer, you also need to hold, but for now this position is not going to break. Enemy forces are moving further to our left flank and trying to start a new attack on our positions. General, please get over there. And in less than 2 minutes, this first part of the battle is going to be a success for us. Cleburne routed, and now we hold everything on our side of the river. And the Confederates are attacking our left flank. Our main target is to hold this camp, but also our camp on the left flank. Good luck, General. And with this, our men should be somewhat organized. Everyone is moving forward, and we want to give their enemy what they deserve. Cake and Statham are going to take position on this hill overlooking the river crossing, while the rest is gathering up around these woods and also around the middle part between our lines. In the back we have Rowley's cavalry in reserve to fill up any holes that might open. And the first enemy forces have been spotted. Soon they will clash with our main lines. Everyone hold your positions. And artillery, give them hell. Rowley, I am going to get you over there just in case. And with this, Gibson is taking the first casualties of the battle. On our right side, more rebels are advancing. I'm going to get some skirmishers off cable to reinforce this position further. My hopes are that the Confederates don't realize how heavily they outnumber us on this side right now, so that they do not press the attack further. And Gibson's numbers are dwindling down, slowly but surely, but also is Cutler. Enemy cavalry has messed up on our right side, behind the pond, and they are great target practice for our artillery. Otherwise, the enemy doesn't seem really willing to show himself. These are some good volleys on Gibson, you love to see it. And we hear the sound of charging forces. Fortunately, we cannot see them right. Now they are visible. Chalmers had a shot down on us, but all in all, his charge was just a waste of energy. I'm now going to get Cable over and get his skirmishers over on this line out of fear to get overwhelmed. No, please don't charge. Just shoot them. You need to assist them. You do not want this line to break so quickly. Snow is wavering, but the same goes for Gladden. Yes, Gladden routed. We hold off the first attack of the enemy. Cable get into position, and Rowley, you need to hold out until Snow gathered his courage again. Snow is back, and so are our reinforcements arriving. Wagner, you are going to get... your point there was good. Rosa is marching over, and we got more artillery. 6 pounders, please go up there. And Martin, you are going to support Rowley. Snow, hold, please. Cable, get forward. Your skirmishers need to guard this side. And Rowley, please get a shot on the enemy. Now, back again. Nice, 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 nice. And more forces are attacking. Our 6 pounders should make short work of them, as we should be completely able to hit them down with grape shot. Yes. Charmer's advance was put right back into his tracks where they belong. Cake, move back, run, 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 run. I want you to be in position before the enemy lines hit. Wagner, hold your ground. Cake, also you need to hold. And with this, Anderson routed. More reinforcements are coming up. And down here, the fight between Gibson and Cutler and Race is still getting fought out. Cable skirmishers can be recalled, and Cable is moving further down the line. Fortunately, this is going to result in a few flanking hits, but our lines will get stronger. Rowley is starting the harassing of the enemy. Now move back again. The same goes for Martin. And also on this flank, it looks like we are holding for now. Yes, we are taking some heavy casualties. Wagner's numbers are dwindling down, but I'm going to send Cake forward to put some other pressure on the enemy. Of course, Chalmers now wants back a piece of the action, and I'm certain that this is going to go as well as last time. He routed again, falling back. Our men are running low on ammunition, and the next Confederate attack broke down. If this is continued to go this well, I am going to decide to send some men on the offensive. Rowley is going to snuff out enemy artillery and hopefully hunt them down, while Martin is still going to assist our forces as a reserve. Unfortunately, we do not have a general right here that could tell us how high our casualties really are, and therefore I can only guess that we lost around a fifth to up to a quarter of our men already. Our main problem right now is the lack of ammunition. But as we can see here, numbers of the Confederates are slowly dwindling down more and more. We hear another charge, and we see Anderson's man coming up, but he is going to be as successful as the last time. More rebels have been seen on our right. Hope that these are the last ones, and we have also seen their artillery. Chalmers are forming up in the woods. I hope that we can break through and get behind the artillery. Unfortunately, this is not going to happen. Once Rowley gathered his courage again, I will try again. I will not attack the artillery this time, but simply break through the lines, get behind them, and then hopefully attack them and hit them further. Over here, Wagner unfortunately broke, or fell back for the moment. but our forces are still strong. Cable is assisting, our 6-pointers are assisting, Ragnar came back and is now running to get back into position. And Rowley, you need to get through the artillery. They are really hurting us. Over here, another push of the enemy. We're going to send our cavalry reserve in. Wagner is coming up. Cake, hold the enemy advance. This is going. It is not going super well, but it is going. Rowley, please do not engage them head on. You just need to break through. Just need to get through them. You don't need to fight them, just need to get through them. And he's falling back. This is not going to happen as it looks like. Over here, Snow is getting flanked. Cutler, you need to deal with that. Situation on this side has been secured. Martin, please also help with the situation on Snow. And as it looks like our cavalry completely broke. This is unfortunate. I hope to get behind the enemy and take out their guns, but this was not possible. Major Tracy Cable was wounded. He's doing a good job, or did a good job. Luckily, he only got wounded and not killed. Martin, please continue to rain down fire. At best, you also get down from your horses. We hear more rebels getting ready to attack. But they're down there in the water, and they are easy targets. Yes. Martin is doing a good job. He needs to hold his position. He has quick loading rifles and can put down some heavy volleys on Pawn's flank. If the rebels would decide to attack Snow and Cutler right now, we would not be able to hold this flank so easy. Over here, they're also sending in their cavalry, but as we've seen with our own, this is a futile attempt. Ammunition is running low everywhere on the front line. Only 30 more minutes until we get more reinforcements and hopefully some ammunition. Race and Cutler are still dwindling down Gibbon's numbers. None of these men broke since the beginning of the battle. Something some units could really learn from. Death and casualties are now mounting as well. Lost 152 men, but also got over 490 rebels. In general, this side is looking good except for Wagner, who has lost a lot more. And also Snow, who has suffered severely, but who is still holding out. Right now, it looks like enemy attacks are losing momentum. The cavalry is charging again, once again. But also, they are unable to break through. And now, even though we are holding our ground, we are ordered to withdraw back to the Hornets' nest. A perfect round for defense, so the headquarters say. We finally got ammunition, and also we need to hold back the enemy before they can reach Pittsburgh Landing. It is prudent to withdraw quickly so that the enemy cannot overrun our line, but on the same side we need to hold Shiloh Church. And now the battle opens up completely. And as we are ordered to withdraw, I think we are going to follow with this order. And we need to do this rather quickly. Come on, man. Get ready. Fall back, fall back, fall back. The same goes for our artillery. Bratham, you are going down there. While Datham, you are going to bring ammunition to our friends at Shiloh Hill, who are now getting flanked and attacked by wood. Hedge is falling back. Franklin, you need to get in there. You are the only ones who can prevent wood from breaking through completely. Hinsemann, you also need to get over there and help our retreating friends. And Martin, you also need to fall back now. In fact, get back to your horses. You are our quickest units. Please use them. And if you can, use this gap to get behind the enemy. Over here we are somewhat able to salvage this situation. Franklin, please disengage. Fall back, Franklin, fall back. But over here we are still on full retreat in the hope of building up a new defensive line. With these 6-pounders, I want them to get over there. Here is the next battery, and these 10-pounders need to form up a line here. Wagner, Cake and Statham, please form up in front of them. I'm going to reorganize these lines a lot, I believe. And also these men need to run. Supplies have capitulated to our skirmishers, or have our supplies capitulated? I am not quite sure of this right now. It looks like we hold enemy supplies for a short time. Right now enemy cavalry is trying to snuff us out. And we have spotted enemy artillery. I give my men the order to charge and hunt them down. Over here fighting is getting more and more desperate. And our defensive lines around Hornets' Nest are finally starting to get into position. Ammunition is still low though. And we get more reinforcements. Ammon, you need to get over there. Hazel and Bruce, you are filling this gap. What guns do they have? Bruce has the same musket as the majority of our force, and Emmett has rebel guns. It looks like funding run out for the Union forces, and we are now using enemy weaponry, and with this our cavalry unit routed. Unfortunately, but they served their purpose, they were a good distraction. The majority of our men are ready, and we can continue to hold now. Maybe depending on how the situation goes, we need to abandon Shiloh Church, but I am not willing to give this order right now. More rebels are trying to charge us head on, and Stevens is learning the hard way that this is not going to be successful. At least I hope so. Schaefer broke, or is wavering at least. Good that force is coming in. Over here Franklin wants to move back. No, stay in the fight. And we are dealing with more and more charges over here. Major Danny Wagner was wounded and Lieutenant Colonel Ruben Schaefer was wounded. Many men get wounded, luckily not so many get killed. Datham is forced back, but we have more men on this side, we can hold this. I'm going to slow down a bit again. All in all, right now we are still holding this. Brigadier General Louis Wagner was wounded. There are many Wagners in our forces. Hedge, you need to close this gap again. Force and Watson, can I put you together? Yes. Pratt and Hedge, Franklin, you need to fire down Johnson. Schaefer, move down. We now have ammunition. We now can hold on as long as we do have morale left. Cutler and Race are still in the fight. Snow and Cable I am also going to get you two combined. Wagner and K, can I put you two together? I unfortunately can't. But that doesn't matter so much. Ammon, you are out of effective range, you need to move forward. And maybe with this we can put some more pressure on the rabbits. I'm surprised how well we are holding for now. And with this strong force under Porter, now protecting our middle, I think we really have a chance here. Baldwin, move out of the forest. I want you to hit the enemy and hit them head on. Pat, move forward. Hedge, move forward. I think now is a good point to try and force them back. Over here, Bruce and Haven can attack the enemy as they are not really in this little spot. Race move forward and Cutler, and you can shoot Gibson into the flank and maybe even rout him for good. Over here more heavy fighting in the woodlands, but more fighting that we are holding for now. Willis is taking more and more casualties, but he's already taken out over 1,000 men. Carter, move into this field, please. And Wagner, move up. Our line is thin, but also our line is holding. In fact, I wonder, can our 10-pounders shoot down their general? While they maybe not be able to kill him, they are at least able to force him back. Over here on this side, one of our units finally broke. They did a good fight. I think right now therefore is a good point to slowly start a withdrawal. Maybe abandon Shiloh Church and move up with the rest of our force, or to try and build a more defensive line further north. Come on, man, put up a fighting retreat, please. Generally, you're seeing this. Franklin unfortunately doesn't want to follow his orders right now. There he is back. Baldwin, you need to stop here, and Wagner, you need to stop here, in fact. Bruce, you're standing good. Oh! Our center appears to have disappeared for a moment. Man, you need to get back there. It's good that the enemy didn't just rush through there, but that they were held up by the rest of our men. Therefore we are able to reinforce again. Casualty-wise, our first corps lost almost 50% of its combatants, and our second corps is already at 45% casualties. General, get back behind the main line. The enemy can start advancing further, but we are willing to await them. If this fight is going on for much longer, I doubt that we are going to have much of an army left. Lieutenant Colonel Isaac Cutler was wounded. Cutler over here already took a lot of casualties, but he also held firm against all odds. And now another unit broke. We need therefore shorten our line a little bit. Ammon with his rebel guns is holding out good. He's a large unit. And I think this is really something for our flank. Otherwise, the flank, center and other flank of our army looks good. We are holding against all odds. Ammunition is needed by Franklin, so let's get them over there. I'm going to speed up again a little bit. But let's see where the journey goes. A large contingent of forces is messing up on our right side, but luckily we have our stronger units there and should be able to hold them back. Otherwise, enemy presence is dying down for the moment, except over here where they want to get our center. But we are well entrenched there and should be able to force them back. If we have already suffered this many casualties, I wonder how terrible it must be for the Confederates. And the new unit broke. Cake and Ammon, please take the spot. I know this is exposing our right side. We have artillery over there. We should hopefully be able to maintain this position. Ammon is in melee right now and got wounded. Terrible for his men, but it looks like they're still in the fight. They're still continuing their job. Over here, Schaefer is getting hit hard. Pratt has also lost a lot of men. But Porter is still there to keep this flank together. Wood is also taking massive casualties, but not enough for Schaefer to stay in the fight. Franklin, you also need to shorten this line. You're now charging at Porter, but with Pratt in the rear, we should be able to force them back. In fact, Pratt, I want you to charge in. Porter is flanked and moving back, but Pratt is flanking Wood from the rear. Baldwin is giving supporting fire. The artillery is coming in. Wood is routing. For this time, our lines are still holding. Now also Pratt is routing. He wants to push forward in a massive rage. Please Pratt, get back under control. Move back to your initial position. We do not have time for this heroism right now. Our supplies need to move over. Same with our general. It looks like Shiloh Church is about to get overrun. Over here we got forced back on our right flank. The artillery is now in danger. I am calling a retreat. And now we are ordered to fall back to Pittsburgh Landing. This is our last defensive line. If the enemies crush this line, we have lost and we need to withdraw. Our entire force could be overrun, encircled and slaughtered. We do have a silver lining on the horizon. The USS Tyler and USS Lexington are anchoring on shore and are willing to put up a heavy bombardment on the enemy. And I think that retreat right now sounds really well. We need to perform a fighting retreat back to better positions. Now, Wagner, Bruce, get back, get back. Grace, you also need to get back. The same for our expensive artillery. Ammon over there is already engaged. He is flanked. Cake, please move up. Over here, a unit of us broke. Pond is taking over their position. And it looks like it's all going to collapse soon. Cutler is trying to hold off the enemy as much as possible, but now he also broke. Come on man, fall back, fall back, fall back. Get back into the woods. Get the artillery up. In fact, get the artillery over the road. No, get the artillery over there. The enemy might then already be in control of the road once you get there. Over here our artillery is under direct fire and also need to withdraw. Cake is trying to cover them. Ammon is broken. He is falling back slowly but surely. Only a few of them straggle behind, but they are going to rout quickly. Franklin, you need to fall back. Same goes for Baldwin and Porter. And we see enemies marching up on our right. And they have Pittsburgh Landing. I do not know how, but I am going to rush Bruce over there. Maybe they snuck a cavalry unit behind our lines. Hey them, I'm also going to get your skirmishers out. You need to prepare Pittsburgh Landing for our arrival whilst we are trying to salvage what we have of our forces. In fact, our artillery, I doubt that they will be much of assistance in this fight right now. I'm going to send them over there no matter what. The forces that we send to release Pittsburgh Landing should have the situation salvaged at the point that our artillery arrives. Franklin, Bolton, Wagner, Hazen, Race, all of you who are still under command, move back. Stephen is there. It was Stephen who got behind our lines. No, you still need to go there. 6-pounders, please shoot the artillery. They are already with a large contingent behind our forces. Hinseman, get out of there. Enemy cavalry is charging in. Ammon, get them. Over here, Franklin is trying to withdraw. Many of our forces are getting rear flanked. We now officially lost 50% of our first corps, 60% of our second. Over here, there is nothing anymore of an organized retreat. There's just a slaughter and Ammon trying to hold out for our 10-pounders to get back. Major Derek Cake got killed. Our 6-pounders are retreating. Haven and Race are fighting Stephen head on. Bruce and Hazen skirmishers have captured Pittsburgh Landing. Breton has capitulated and also got released again. Breton is our supply wagon. We forced Stephen back. Ammon is still fighting. Our 10-pounders are retreating. And over here I lost complete control who is who and where they are. Our general naturally decides to run. 6-pounders, please also get back to our main force. And Bruce, I need you to come out. Our artillery is coming up. They're trying to build up artillery units. Stephen needs to go. Hey, then you need to fight him. Bruce, you need to move forward and assist the rebels. Or at least assist against the rebels. Cake gets flanked. This is a giant mess. As much as I want to give Ammon the retreating order, he won't listen right now. And now he is getting flanked by Chalmers. He is now routing and he gave up. Ammon capitulated. Cake broke. 10-pounders withdraw further. Wagner, you need to get Stephen out of there. Our skirmishers and our artillery are right now the everything. Are now what's holding back this cavalry on Pittsburgh Landing. And I try to get somewhat of a resemblance of a fighting line organized. Hazen is getting rear flanked. Please just ignore Stephen now and run. Heinzelmann, also get back. It now says that we only have 40% casualties on our second corps. I think this is because the majority of the corps routed and broke. Our 6-pounders are beyond salvaging at this point. They and Baldwin try to hold off the enemy. Porter, you're going to get into position over there. Hey then, you're going to get in position over there. Bruce, over there. 6-pounders, you get there. 6-pounder battery, you move over there. Wagner, simply run. Do not engage Stephen any further. You cannot win this. I know you're exhausted, but run! Run, man, run! 10 pounders also need to withdraw. Hinsemann, get back. Our left flank is already breaking. Not what I wanted to see. Hazem skirmishers, they can reattach. We have forces now close to Pittsburgh Landing, and over here Baldwin is sacrificing himself to give us more time. And it also looks like that we finally got away from Statham, who was behind us for so long. Now Baldwin is falling back after he fulfilled more than I ever wanted him to do. Hazem skirmishers are there to support their main unit, and with this they will be able to force back wood. Porter is fighting on the outskirts of our final battle. Bruce, get up and fight the enemy. Artillery, get in there. Statham is on our flank again. Wagner, you're going to have the honor. Baldwin is getting shot in the rear, but he is still in the fight, or still willing to rejoin it at least. Hazem skirmishers, please, please, please get back to your parent unit. Wagner, you need to get over there. Bruce, over there. Our artillery is coming up, and with this it looks like we're having somewhat of a defensive perimeter again. Over here, if you look on the battlefield, everything is scarred and covered in corpses. You can really see where we hold, and then where it all started to break down. Statham is finally broken for the moment, but so is Wagner getting attacked. Hazem, fall back further, please. You're looking out like a sore thumb there. Baldwin, you also need to push back once Gladden has his beating. Right now we are holding. The question is only for how long. Brigadier General Andrew Porter was wounded. It feels like we are almost completely out of officers. We only need to hold on for 2 more hours, but they are long hours. Hazem, hold your ground. Baldwin, hold your ground. Wagner and Porter are falling back. They are going to take position within the defensive first. And Statham's supplies have capitulated. Hinsemann, please have a good word with him. I'm pretty sure he's going to listen to you. Now, with our supplies back, we can build up our defenses. Wagner, get out. With Porter on this flank, they should be holding. And we are able to rout and complete enemy unit. A rare sight. Bruce is getting flanked. But I want him to get another shot off. Now I am going to withdraw him. Baldwin, yes, it is too late for you to withdraw. I'm sorry. I am sorry, I wanted to run away, but they would get your rear. Not that it would matter anyway. Our 10 pounders are now getting attacked. General, move back. Porter, get to the defensive. Run. The enemy is behind us. Hey them, fall back. Over here, Bruce is still holding out. We need to get them. We need to hold them back as long as we possibly can. Once we have to enter the defenses, it is more or less over. Well, it looks like a losing battle more and more. And if possible, I would call a retreat right now. But unfortunately, we are destined to hold for the very last of our forces. Bruce, fall back. Wagner is holding. Therefore I'm going to give Haven the order to retreat. Once Haven is in position, I'm also going to order Wagner back. Wagner, fall back, run, run, run. Wagner is getting rear flanked, out of command right now. Ammunition up front. And Bruce, I hope you are finally getting under control again. I want you on our right flank. The enemy starts their last attack. Bruce, finally stop running. Get over there. Wagner, get behind this wall. Our artillery is doing what it can to hold the enemy back, but the first battery already gets pushed out of their defenses. Our 10-pounders bravely going to defend. Now, let's have a look how this plays out. Enemy cavalry opens a charge, and we now have the eyes on the full Confederate force. They outnumber us heavily, and they are all willing to get our blood. 1.5 hours to go. Anderson is moving up, flanking Wagner, not looking at Haven. Our 6-pounders are retreating out of cover and broke. Our 6-pounders trying to replace the killed brethren. Haven is getting attacked and beaten again and again and again. Wagner is willing to get back into his defenses. Over here, Bruce is holding, as well as our other unit of 6-pounders. But they now also get attacked. Stevens is charging, but his attack got stopped. Jenkins is charging, and he got a good shot on our artillery. Now, Tribute is trying to break through. This might be the end. Bruce, charge in. You need to defend this gap. Haven, charge. This is now the position for desperate measures. Porter, shoot down Barry, shoot down Gibson. Porter, shoot down Gibson. And Bruce, I wanted to pull you back now that your attack was a success, but unfortunately you won't listen anymore. Haven cannot stand the superior enemy force anymore. Wagner, I need you to run over there. There's no place we can run anymore. This is going to be it. This is the fall of Pittsburgh Landing. With an hour left to defend, we simply run out of men before we ran out of time. And with this attack into the south is going to be a failure. We have lost almost everything. Only a very few units are still there and fighting for our side. Bruce is trying a last attack. The same goes with Wagner. Our artillery is trying to get them out there. And Bruce charges in, trying to get Stevens out before Jackson can secure Pittsburgh Landing once and for all. More men are breaking, more men are fleeing the battle. Bruce morale broke. Our artillery right now are the only ones who are saving us from complete annihilation. Same goes for Wagner and Haven. But our artillery is fighting a losing battle. And with this, the war for us is over. We started this battle with roughly 18,800 men, while the enemy had 33,700 at their disposal, together with 112 cannons. We were able to inflict 18,000 casualties on the enemy, but we also lost over 12,800 men, and we have 666 men missing. What an odd number! And there it is. We have been defeated. It is mere unbelievable that you were unable to stop the Confederate advance, even though you had great support from the government of the Union. We need a better general to fight the rebels, who, after their continuous successes and victories, got stronger and stronger. Your most recent losses have significantly lowered our chances to establish ourselves in the West and divide the Confederacy. Now, with their forces much better equipped and with more and more recruits flocking to their cause, the army of Virginia is getting stronger and starting to threat Washington. Now, after we've disgraced the honor President Lincoln has given to us, we were not only forced to resign our command, a command that we never wanted, but we are also kicked out of the military. And now we are a disgraced civilian, forced to live a life in peace. In general, we have lost 28,000 men, 900 artillerymen, 600 cavalrymen, and also 746 men of us capitulated. But we were also able to destroy 39,000 infantrymen, 1,000 artillerymen, and 1,500 cavalrymen. I hoped you enjoyed this last episode. I had a lot of fun with it. I hope you enjoyed this small series. And I hope to see you all next time. I am still trying to look what I'm wanting to do next. If you have suggestions, please write them down in the comments. Maybe I will try out a different game, or maybe I will try a real and full playthrough of Ultimate General Civil War. Please let me know what you think, and I hope to see you all next time. Have a good day and goodbye.